Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So in today's video, I'm going to be sharing a recipe with you guys. It has been a minute since I've done a recipe video, so I thought it would be fun to kind of bring that back and share with you one of my favorite cookie bar recipes. And I've like shared a few different kinds of cookie bar recipes here on my channel, but this one is super simple. It's like chocolate chip cookies. It's almost like blondies, honestly, like chocolate chip blondies. Oh, they are seriously so good. I actually, like a few days ago, randomly just decided I wanted to make these. I was just like, oh, I haven't had those in a while. I really want to make them. And I thought I already had a video here on my channel showing you guys how I make them. And it turns out I don't. So that is what I'm going to be sharing today. You guys are going to love these. They are, you know, a healthier whole food version of like chocolate chip blondies or chocolate chip cookie bars. I mean, let's be totally honest. I am not against eating traditional chocolate chip cookies. They're delicious as well, all about balance, but I think you guys are really gonna enjoy this recipe. Okay, so as far as what you're going to need a can of chickpeas. You're also going to need some peanut butter, some maple syrup, vanilla, and then some baking soda and baking powder. And then we're also going to need some kind of chocolate chips. I've mentioned this in other videos. I really like the Enjoy Life brand of chocolate chips, or these are the like chocolate chunks, just because I really like the ingredients. They're also dairy free and nut and soy free as well, if that is something that you need for your diet. So that's, you know, good to know. But I really like these for the ingredients, and also if you use these, it does make the recipe vegan. And as far as all of the measurements and the exact recipe, I'm going to be making like a coinciding blog post for this, so that way the recipe is always in one place and you guys can access it there. So I'll be linking that down below. So if you want to see all the exact measurements listed out, you can find that there. Probably one of the best parts about this recipe is the fact that you can just throw it all in a food processor and it's so easy. This would also just be a really awesome recipe to make with kids because it's kind of foolproof. You literally just dump everything in a food processor and it does all the work for you. So the very first thing I'm going to do is just add this can of chickpeas to my food processor, and these are already rinsed. And then the next step is going to be to take half a cup of peanut butter and put it in here. Next, I'm going to add 3/4 cup of maple syrup. Next, I'm going to add 2 teaspoons of vanilla. And then lastly, 1/4 teaspoon each of baking soda and baking powder. So now our batter is all blended up. The next thing we're gonna do is just throw in about half a cup of chocolate chips, and I'm just gonna take a spatula and kind of fold those in. So now our batter is almost ready to go, but before I do anything else, I'm going to preheat the oven for 350. That way it can warm up while I actually get the cookie bars ready to go into the oven. So I'm just gonna take a bread pan, if you will, and I'm just gonna line it with some parchment paper. That way the batter won't stick to the pan. And then I'm just going to pour in the batter, and just using like a spatula, just make sure that it is completely even throughout, so that way it can cook evenly on all sides. And then the final step is just to pop it in the oven. And since this is a really wet batter, it's gonna need a decent amount of time to cook through, especially because it's made of chickpeas. So I cook it at 350 for about 60 minutes, or until a toothpick, if you insert a toothpick in the middle and it comes out clean. So it usually ends up being right around an hour, but definitely use the toothpick trick to make sure that it is fully cooked through. Now the wait is finally over and our cookie bars are ready to come out of the oven. They seriously smell so amazing. You guys are going to be drooling when you put these, or you're about to take these out of your oven. So when you do that, you're gonna wanna let it cool and let it set for a little while. I know you're gonna wanna dig in, trust me, it's hard, but give it a solid 20 minutes before you start cutting into them, because again, since that batter is so wet, we really just wanna give it a little bit of time so that it can fully set, so that way the bars really hold their shape and they don't start like crumbling all over the place. After the real wait is over, after that 20 minutes is up, you can go ahead and just take the parchment paper, just lift it right out of the pan, and it will just pick the bars up, and then just using a sharp knife, cut it into bars. You can cut it into however big or small bars that you want. I like to have these as kind of like little cookie or blondie bites, and they are just so good. But that is it. That is how you make them. It's seriously such an easy thing to throw together. They are definitely a crowd pleaser. They're delicious, and they are made with whole food ingredients, which is always a bonus. So thank you guys so much for watching this video. Don't forget to check out the blog post that's going to go along with this video with the recipes and all the instructions written there in case you would like to see it written out. But that is it for this video. Thank you guys so much for subscribing. And if you haven't subscribed already, I would absolutely love for you to join my little family here on YouTube. And of course to follow me on Instagram, because I'm on there all the time and would love to hang out on there as well. But that is it for this video. Again, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!